sauce, Ken?
No, thank you.
Bread roll?
No, thanks all the same.
What's up?
Performing as my father, Ken Barlow, on the album, it was very, very strange, but also a real privilege and a real honour as well, especially to be a part of the whole thing. It's incredible. I mean, Trisha Ward did an amazing job with the whole thing, and yeah, it was amazing to be a part of it, but also to sort of replicate the first episode that my father did. That was something as well that was very interesting to do.
They don't have bacon, egg and sausage back at college.
Of course they do.
They just have porridge without the frills.
No, they don't. The song itself is great because it really encapsulates that first episode of Ken and his situation, because he's come back from university and there's a bit of his father's sort of, you know, having a little bit of a bit of banter with him, really, sort of poking a bit of fun at him. And that's kind of what's going on in the song and in the scene. And this is where Trisha Ward is incredible what she did with it, because you can really, you just feel that episode when you're listening to it. Even if you've just seen glimpses of the episode, you can just feel it happening. And, you know, it's very much young Ken and the whole thing of him sort of coming back from university, and which is the start of the character evolving, you know, throughout the show. It was really good fun recording it. Yeah, and being around these incredible West End performers, I mean, it was just amazing.
I did a television play here just a couple of weeks back. I was lucky enough to get the lead, but film is my main passion.
The Road to Conway Street, the making of it was a very, very interesting experience. I mean, firstly, getting the role, you know, was a real honour, because I mean you had people like Charles Sturridge directing it and Darren Little writing the script, so absolutely incredible. So I think a lot of I think when they came to sort of wanting to cast Ken, I think I'm almost the same age he was starting out, and they knew I was an actor, so I think there was sort of luckily I sort of by default got it, but it was very daunting as well to be playing such a sort of, you know, character that's grown so much as well.
My agent in London, have you got a London agent?
No, as a matter of fact.
No? Oh, you should definitely get one. Well, he says everything's quiet on the film front at the moment, so I thought, why not? It's only a week. What harm can that do?
William, that means you.
When my father saw the drama, when he first saw it, he said it was absolutely incredible. In fact, he actually was very emotional at the end of it, because I wasn't with him when he first saw it, sadly, but I think he went to one of the screenings, and he said at the end, he said I was really emotional by the end of it, because the atmosphere that Charles Sturridge had created was just incredible. It's so tangible, you know, you could almost sort of feel it as you're watching it. So he was almost taken right back in time. As an actor, I always want to get the thought behind a character, and you know, that's the kind of main idea. So I really wanted to know how he was feeling at the time when the whole show started, and this really chaotic first episode when they're going live for the first time. So I just sort of got a few anecdotes from him about how he was feeling at the time and his nerves, and that's really what helped me with the character more than anything. Because other than that, I sort of know him and I know what he's like, but I tried not to do a caricature of him. I had to steer clear from that. But what I found really, really nice was that I remember when I was doing the drama, I kind of thought I wished that we could have filmed the first episode and kind of redone it, and I actually got that chance in the soundtrack on the record, because it was almost verbatim the lines that he has in the opening scene. So it was quite strange to but as I say, also a privilege as well to be doing it.
Why should I suppress my feelings when there's nothing wrong with them?
Well, not everybody agrees with that.
Oh, here we go.
There are some people who think there is a lot wrong with men who have...
He's got there, he always does.
I'm not going to change on that.
Yeah, well, and I'm not either.
But you expect me to?
Not anymore, I don't.
In terms of Coronation Street, I've already done about 3 episodes of a character which is Ken Barlow's grandson. And it was a lovely thing, because my brother came over from the States, so all the 3 of us we had a real kind of Roache trio going on, and we all sort of did 3 episodes together. So my brother played my father, yeah, I played Ken Barlow's grandson, which was very strange. It was kind of like the Twilight Zone. There was a rift between, the story was that there was a rift between James, my character, and his father, who portrayed my brother Linus played that. And he was very bigoted man, and James is gay, so he didn't quite agree to the whole situation, and there's arguments going on, and Ken tries to be the sort of middleman and keep the peace.
You think what you like, I don't care.
Yeah, that is obvious.
Okay, you don't agree, but that doesn't mean you can't stay in touch.
It means we might not want to.
It was left sort of open, really, so I was very flattered to be asked back to sort of finish the story off. So I'm coming back for about a couple of months, start filming in March, which is a real honour. I'm feel very privileged to be asked back. So I'm going to sort of round the story off, and also hopefully have another little longer climactic story as well. So, but I can't divulge any more.
Look, if everybody was gay, there wouldn't even be a human race, would there?
And so nobody would be gay. Do you understand this?
I understand your father has very strong views.
Which you obviously don't share.
My brother Linus, I mean, looking at his acting career as well, you know, it's so inspiring. When I look at Linus and I look at what he's done, yeah, absolutely, just really made me realise it's what I want to do. And one other thing about it as well, I think a lot of families, if a lot of the siblings are going to the same profession, there can be a lot of, you know, competitiveness and all this sort of thing going on. But luckily in this situation it's not the case, because in acting, you know, we're in very much different brackets now, marketing wise. There's none of that sort of competitive thing, and we're both very sort of I mean, Linus is, you know, sort of really sweet and helps me out a lot, and is always there for advice, just like my father is as well. So yeah, they help out a lot, which is great. I feel very lucky. Hearing about the Coronation Street musical happening, it just sounds like an incredible thing. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. The thought, I think, I mean, as an actor myself, I'm a straight actor. I've never really sort of looked at the sort of singing side, or especially musicals, that sort of side of things. But if I had been asked to be a part in that, I'd be very honoured. I think then tackling it would be another thing afterwards, but that would be something else to think about. But I think it'll be an amazing thing when it happens, and I can't wait to see the finished product, because what's so nice is the musical kind of encapsulates the entire spectrum from from episode 1 right to now. So I think it's amazing seeing something so comprehensive sort of within, you know, a couple of hours, and so entertaining as well. So it's going to be great. I can't wait for it to be out. Whether if I'm on stage or watching, it would be great.